All right, let's talk about the biggest lie in cybersecurity. It's a lie that costs companies a staggering $187,000 a year. What is it? It's this idea that you can just throw money at the problem, buy more tools, hire more people, and poof, you're secure. But guess what? The data tells a totally different story, a much scarier one. And today, we're going to blow the lid off that lie. Just look at this, 67%. Let that sink in for a second. That means nearly 2/3 of all major U.S. companies got breached in the last 2 years. We're not talking about small mom-and-pop shops here. We're talking about massive corporations with huge security budgets and entire teams of experts. So clearly, something is fundamentally broken. This isn't a glitch. This is the system. So the real question is, why? And here's where it gets just wild. Companies are dropping an average of $187,000 a year just on pen testing. Paying friendly hackers to tell them how they're vulnerable. They're spending all this cash, but they're still getting breached. It makes no sense, right? So where is all that money going? What are they paying for? Well, it's going right here, into this black hole of tool overload. The average company is juggling 75 different security tools. Can you even imagine? It's like they think security is a shopping spree. Oh, let's just buy the next shiny gadget. That'll fix it. But it never, ever does. Because here's the secret. The problem isn't that you don't have enough tools. The problem is you're playing the wrong game from the start. So if we want to win, we have to figure out how we're losing. And to do that, we got to stop looking at our own fortress for a second and start thinking like the people trying to break in. How are these elite hackers waltzing past millions of dollars in security? Trust me, it's not like what you see in the movies. It's not magic. It's just a way better strategy. And this is the absolute game changer. The number one target isn't your firewall anymore. It's not some complex system. It's identity. Think about it. Attackers, especially brilliant groups like Scattered Spider, they've stopped trying to smash through brick walls. Why bother? They just trick someone into giving them the key. They steal your credentials, your session tokens, basically your digital identity. And once they have that, they don't need to hack in. They can just log in. Okay, so they're in, now what? They're not going to start running loud, flashy hacking programs that set off every alarm. No way. They use a super stealthy technique called living off the land. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Instead of bringing a loud jackhammer to a bank heist, they just use the janitor's peas and the bank's own vacuum cleaner. They use the tools already on your system. PowerShell, for example, to move around. And to your fancy security software, it all looks like business as usual, just a normal day at the office. So you can really see the evolution here, right? The old school way was all about custom malware. It was noisy, it was messy, it was basically designed to be detected by your antivirus. But these new living off the land attacks, they're the complete opposite. They're quiet, they're sneaky, they blend right into the background noise of your network. And yeah, most of those 75 tools we talked about, they are completely blind to this. All right, so how do you even begin to fight back? Well, if you want to build a better defense, you first have to understand the offense. You've got to master the hacker's core toolkit, and let me be clear, this isn't optional, this isn't nice to have, this is the absolute non-negotiable baseline for anyone who wants a real career in security. And really, it comes down to 3 fundamental tools. First up, Nmap. That's for reconnaissance. It's like sending out a drone to map the entire enemy territory before you attack. Then you've got Burp Suite. This is your tool for finding the cracks in the walls, especially for web apps. And finally, Metasploit. The best way to think about Metasploit, it's like a flight simulator for cyber attacks. It lets you practice your attack runs in a safe environment so you know exactly what works and what doesn't. So you master those tools, you understand the strategy, you're all set for a great career, right? Wrong. Because everything we just talked about, it's about to become ancient history. The entire game is being completely rewritten by the biggest tidal wave to ever hit this industry. We are literally watching the death of the manual Pentester right now. And I want this to really hit you. If you're just learning manual Nmap in 2026, you are already obsolete. This isn't just some edgy quote to scare you. This is a 5-alarm fire drill. The skills that were valuable yesterday are becoming a liability tomorrow. Sticking to only manual techniques now is like showing up to a drone fight with a sword. You're preparing for a war that's already been lost. And look, the numbers don't lie.
This isn't some future prediction, it is happening right now. We've already passed the tipping point. More companies, 55%, are now using software-based automated testing instead of relying only on people. Why? Because a human just can't keep up with the speed and scale that's needed today. The market is already decided. And this is that machine gun we were talking about. This isn't just simple automation. This is full-blown AI. We're talking about frameworks that use teams of AI agents, multi-agent LLMs that work together. Think of it like a relay team. One AI agent does the recon, then passes the baton to another one that scans for weak spots, which then hands off to a third AI that actually runs the exploit. The entire hack, from start to finish, at the speed of light with zero humans involved. So what on earth do you do? How do you survive, let alone thrive, in a world where the hackers are AI? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple, but it means you have to totally change the way you think. You have to stop training for the last war. It's time to stop worrying about yesterday's manual attacks and start building a defense for tomorrow's automated ones. And that brings us to the new mission. The goal isn't finding a few bugs once a year anymore. That's checkers. The new game, the new chess, is mastering automated security validation. It's not about a one-time test. It's about building a system that is constantly 24/7 testing your defenses against the same automated attacks the bad guys are using. The focus shifts from finding weakness to proving strength, all day, every day. And hey, if you're still not convinced, just do what you always do. Follow the money. Here's a little insider secret for you. For almost 60% of companies, you know who's really calling the shots on their security budget? It's not the CISO. It's not the CEO. It's their insurance company. That's right. The insurers are sick of paying out millions for breaches, and now they're demanding constant, automated proof that your security actually works. So I have to leave you with this one simple question, and I want you to be honest with yourself. Look at your skills, look at your strategy. Are you still focused on the old way of doing things? The manual, one-and-done methods of the past? Or are you getting ready for the automated, non-stop AI-powered future? Because the choice you make today, right now, is going to define the rest of your career.